What are you convinced people are pretending to enjoy? 1. Summer heat. Sunny weather where it's anything above 25°C. How TF are people not just not melting, but claiming to enjoy their time? 2. Poutine. I'm Canadian but never understood poutine. It's so boring. Maybe cause I'm too Asian. 3. Alcohol. I legit don't get how people can enjoy the burning feeling and bitter taste, especially beers. But also any alcohol, even fruity ones, just barely mask that burning bitterness. 4. Speaking of drinks, carbonated drinks. I hate that fizzy feeling and forcing you to burp. Why do people like drinking gas? I don't get it. I live in Ireland, and some crazy MFs swim in the sea. I can't stress this enough, the sea here is so much colder than you would imagine for an otherwise mild country. It's not like we have scorching days, either, and need the refreshment. It rarely gets above 20 degrees Celsius in summer, and anyway these Egypts swim in it all year round. People say it's bracing, good for circulation etc., and you feel great after. I say? They are lying. Trump rallies. I mean sure, in 2015, 2016, I understand the appeal of a demagogue putting words to how people feel. Clinically, I understand the appeal. However, in 2023, this low-energy guy would get his ass kicked in a debate by 2015 Trump. There's no real joy, enthusiasm or energy coming from his crowds most of the time now. America is big, so he can still draw a crowd. But they're actually fewer and farther in between. At this point, Cardi B. Low hanging fruit. No. I honestly believe that they're just going in for the clown show at this point. What's she gonna do next? I don't know. Rip off her fans for the 100th time, while reminding everyone she was a stripper at some point. Her music sounds like an annoyed neighbor trying to put me in timeout. I don't need that energy. The Barbie movie. I had high hopes as Greta Gerwig is incredibly talented and was involved in some great movies last decade. Lady Bird, Frances Ha, but Barbie was just kind of boring. The story was not interesting and kind of a mess. I think people liked the idea of it more than the actual movie and got caught up in all the media hype. Extremely hot food. After a while there is no way you can possibly taste anything and your mouth is being destroyed. Plus, you're gonna shit out a lava baby the next day, so there's very little enjoyable about it. Don't get me wrong, I like spicy food. But there's a limit before it just becomes punishing yourself. Honestly, nothing. Because pretending to enjoy something is all around sad. I'd rather be actually enjoying something. Just because I don't like or I don't get it, or I'm just not wired that way, doesn't make me doubt for others at anything from okay to orgasmic. Hell, I really enjoy a nice design spreadsheet. Obesity. Especially with people's new behavior towards it. As a fellow overweight person I can tell it sucks, genuinely. Your physical and mental health gets damaged by it. And somehow people on the internet pretend to love obesity and call anyone who works out and is trying to lose weight a fatphobic bigot. A lot of these crappy shows that get more than 3 seasons. Either all the smart people work for a living and don't have time to contribute their viewership to good content, or Hollywood's greatest lay is convincing everyone that anyone gives a shit about Big Bang Theory enough to justify young Sheldon. I think most adults' favorite color is just whatever color they picked when they were like 8 to be their go-to board game piece, and they don't actually particularly enjoy it more than other colors. There are a few folks out there who seem to commit to it, though. Going to the mall. Trapped in a consumerist dystopia, surrounded by irritable suburbanites, self-entitled bored-rich folks, brain-dead tourists, loud teens kids, and the only food is generally overpriced and overprocessed. It is hell on a corporate tone lot. Adult parties. There's no way people actually enjoy sitting around talking completely sober. Also acting mature. You can't convince me people don't secretly want to sing or climb a bus stop or balance on a parking divider just because they hit a certain age. Guys in their 20s and 30s with, what at one time I'd have called, an ironic 80s mustache. It was fun for 3 weeks 15 years ago. You look terrible. There's not a single one of you that is made more attractive by it. Everyone else hates you. Gender reveals, just say you're having X or Y, or say nothing at all. I don't need to see My Little Pony jump out of a cake to announce your kid, and I barely cared in the first place. Just be cool. Oh, it's a boy or a girl. Bye. Competitive gaming. I have no reason to believe that people actually enjoy this pastime. They're addicts. And, they have a hard time letting go. They think they need it. They think they want it. They actually hate it. Being in a relationship with someone. I feel like he doesn't even want a relationship when I gave him many years of my life and an amazing kid. I feel like he's constantly going online seeking females' attention. Caviar. And I love oysters and other oceany things. But caviar just seems like such a disappointment with how expensive it is. I swear people only enjoy it because they think it's so valuable. Sex. How on earth can you finish doing all this physical work? When you masturbate you do it sitting still, don't you? And not standing up too? I don't get how people enjoy this so much. Running. I've only seen one person jogging since it became fashionable 40 years or so ago who did not look like they were suffering and miserable. Tanning at the beach. You're literally sweating under direct heavy sunlight just to make your skin a bit darker. How can you possibly enjoy that? Religion. Most don't like the guidance and motivation itself. Rather what it can do for them and how they can leverage it on others. I'm convinced that a lot of people go to fancy restaurants like the star-rated type for the privilege of complaining about them. Golf. There's no way people actually enjoy golfing. I mean, it's such a shitty sport. The goal is to play as little of it as possible. Strippers or soft porn on social medias, don't get it, don't see how it's worth ruining relationships over either. Woman shrugging. Rounding up the gals and going to do something lame like wine tasting or a cooking class just seems boring AF to me. Rap. Hip hop. Sounds like shit. Always has. People only listen to piss others off. Also bell peppers. WTF. Cristal champagne. Not that it's bad stuff, but you buy it in clubs to show you have money. Not to enjoy it. Drake's music. It's not even that I hate it, it's honestly worse than that I don't care about any of it. Surströmming. The Swedish fermented fish that stinks so badly you have to open the can underwater. Straight black coffee. I don't understand why people enjoy it, it's hard to drink for me personally. Going to the gym. I really want to get into shape, but going to the gym is just such a chore. Reality TV. Like, no way are you actually interested in a show with scripted characters. Really dark chocolate. I love a good 70, but anything beyond that is pure charcoal. Baja Blast. I'm not a huge soda person in the first place, but that shit just foul. And coming from someone who loves and has tasted a good wide variety of bitters. Attention. I have grown to hate it, wish I could put myself in spectator mode. Alcohol. Tastes like acidic piss, especially in heavy alcoholic beverages. Violently masturbating to the word boobs spelt out on a calculator. Tourists are lying about enjoying this Florida heat. Ain't no way. Sitting around and listen to a happy birthday song awkwardly. Pineapple on pizza. You all just want to be different at this point. Getting stung violently by a swarm of Bulgarian black hornets. Rap. My one piece of evidence that I'm in the Truman Show. 2 milk. Almost any soda, corn syrup and carbonated water.